Michael Jordan does not approve of his son dating his former teammate / rival's ex-wife, Larsa Pippen. So, Michael Jordan was out in France.
Child, things ain't looking too good for Larsa Pippen because word on the street is Marcus dumped her because his father, Michael B. Jordan, was threatening to cut him off financially and take him out of the trust unless he left her. Michael has never been in support of that relationship, and he made it very clear a bunch of times, despite Larsa trying to convince us that he approves. So if you've been on social media the past couple of months, then you've definitely seen all the commotion going down ever since Marcus announced his relationship with Larsa. The relationship was an immediate no for a lot of people because not only is Larsa a whole 16 years older than Michael, but her ex-husband Scottie Pippen was teammates with Michael back in the 1990s. As if that wasn't bad enough, Michael and Scottie have had a very bitter relationship and they fell out years ago.
He's 16 years younger. Other than the Bulls, like, what do you have in common?
We have everything in common.
Really?
Well, I've dated guys that were a lot older than me. Scottie is 10 years older than me.
Scottie's 10 years older than you.
Yeah, so I don't really view age as, you know, you're mature, you're not immature. I don't feel like that determines if you're mature or not. Well, I feel like if you can drink at 21, yeah, you can go to war at 18. Like, you know, there's different circumstances that I feel like age doesn't really determine your level of maturity.
I think the age for most people, if we're being honest, that's secondary.
A lot of people felt like the reason why Larsa agreed to date Marcus was because she wanted some of the inheritance money. Michael also felt the exact same way, and he made it very clear that he does not want Larsa anywhere near his family. But before we get into all that, let me give y'all a little bit of background because there is a lot to unpack here. So Marcus and Larsa sparked their dating rumors back in September of 2022 after they were spotted having dinner together. This was just about a month after Larsa had announced that she was ready to start dating again after her messy divorce with her ex-husband Scottie. However, despite the dating rumors, Larsa insisted that they were nothing but friends.
What did you make of all that about Michael Jordan's son and you? I know you've said that you're friends, but it keeps popping up. People say you're dating.
I have a lot of friends. I mean, I'm very social.
They eventually admitted that they were together a few months later and even made their relationship Instagram official. They were also spotted kissing after Larsa joined Marcus's family for Thanksgiving dinner.
We were both just being cautious early on just because there was so much chatter about our relationship, but now, you know, we're in the public about it and it's way more easier.
But as I said earlier, that relationship was met with a whole lot of backlash because of the huge age gap between them and the fact that Larsa used to be married to Michael Jordan's teammate, Scottie Pippen. And the crazy thing is, Marcus was just a kid when Larsa was married to Scottie. And at the time, Scottie and Michael were really close, so she used to see Marcus every time she and Scottie would go to Michael's place for family dinner. Several former NBA players who were around when Larsa was still married to Scottie were not here for that relationship, and they put her on blast. One of them was the former NBA player Jalen Rose, who said Larsa Pippen should see Marcus Jordan as more of a nephew than a mate. Yikes.
This is why we do the podcast exclusives, so we can discuss things like Larsa Pippen. Because at first, do you know what? Everyone thinks that Scottie's so upset about Michael Jordan and what happened with him in the Bulls. But now I think there might be more to that because there are rumors and there's pictures that she is now, I'll say, hanging out with Michael Jeffrey Jordan's son, Marcus. And you don't need me to explain to you the history between Scottie and Michael.
But the best thing I can say for her is she should see him as more of a nephew than a mate.
I got a question for you, Jalen. Why is she still Larsa Pippen? If I'm Scottie Pippen, I'm like, why are you running the streets with my last name? God, you know what I mean? Dating the sons of my former player. Like, why are you still running the streets with my last name? Like, it seems like you're kind of trying to eat off of it.
Don't mention my name.
And then there's TK Kirkland, who also said he didn't think they were good for each other, especially because of Larsa's very messy history with men.
I don't like her way of thinking. Her way of thinking is hard because she is a mother, right? and she moves carelessly.
However, despite everybody being against that relationship, Larsa was still desperately trying to convince the world that Michael was in support of it. In fact, she was asked during an interview a few months ago if Michael and the rest of the Jordan family approved of the relationship, and she lied out of her mouth to say yes.
You met Michael Jordan and Juanita Jordan, and what did they say about the relationship?
You know, I don't really, I mean, of course, I recently have met, you know, I've recently been hanging out with them, but I don't really want to talk about them.
So you have their blessing?
Yeah, I feel like we're great, yeah. I feel like we've spent holidays together, and it's good. We're in a great place.
Now, this is where things get really messy because the paparazzi later ran into Michael and they asked him if he approved of the relationship. And he had a completely different answer. He said out of his own mouth, he ain't rocking with it at all.
So, Michael Jordan was out in France, and he's leaving, he's headed to his car, and somebody screams to him, Michael, do you approve of your son Marcus dating Larsa Pippen? And he kept it short and sweet. No.
So naturally, this sent the whole internet into a frenzy because we all knew he wasn't going to approve of that relationship, but Larsa's delusional self was trying to gaslight us into thinking he was. Anyway, after this whole mess, Larsa and Marcus were a bit low-key for a while, but they later sparked breakup rumors when Larsa unfollowed Marcus on IG and deleted all posts of him from her page. She also posted several cryptic messages to her IG story that suggested that Marcus had dumped her. She said, "The man you choose to be your partner affects everything in your life. Your mental health, your peace of mind, your love inside you, your happiness, how you get through tragedies, your successes, how your children will be raised, and much more. Choose wisely." She also put up a poll asking her followers if it's okay for your friends to follow your ex on IG. Once this news broke, a lot of people started to speculate that Marcus probably dumped Larsa because Michael took his name out of that trust and completely cut him off. I mean, after all, Michael was very clear about not wanting Larsa to be a part of the family. These rumors got fueled when people did a little bit of digging and found out that Marcus has actually been struggling financially for a minute now. Back in 2022, Radar Online reported that he had been sued by American Express for defaulting to pay $157,000 on his credit card. At the time, he and American Express had reached an agreement for him to pay off the debt in installments by paying $10,000 every month till everything was paid off. In exchange, they would drop the lawsuit. However, those $10,000 payment installments stopped coming in the moment he and Larsa made their relationship public. Allegedly, Michael was actually the one paying off the debts, but once Marcus decided to go against him and continue dating Larsa, he stopped all the payments and cut him off completely. A source very close to the Jordan family said, Marcus did not receive financial assistance from his billionaire father, who has cut off his son financially. He also does not approve of Marcus and Pippen's relationship. Now, Marcus eventually finished off paying that credit card debt, and allegedly Larsa helped him pay it off with a settlement of money she got from her divorce with Scottie. Oh, but this story ain't over just yet, because Marcus and Larsa just shook the internet again after they were spotted spending Valentine's Day together 3 days after their breakup. It's unclear why exactly they got back together, but a lot of people are speculating that Michael is still really salty that his own son would willingly date the ex-wife of his greatest rival. Apparently, Michael still wants nothing to do with Marcus anymore. So, as you can see, the relationship between Larsa, Marcus, and the whole Jordan family is very complicated, and there's no way Michael's just gonna sit back and allow Larsa to have a share of that family money. So, as usual, people had their own thoughts to say about this, like this person who said, Larsa only cares about the money. Likely, Mike laid down the law and told Marcus if he continues this relationship, he's out of the will. Larsa panicked and realized there would be no money and ended it. Classless woman. Another person said, Mike finally put his foot down and told him stop the ish. It's bad enough that he and Larsa don't talk. Imagine this. Glad Mike spoke up and Larsa looks horrible with those injection lips. She needs to go back to school and get a regular career. She should be embarrassed. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do y'all think about Marcus dumping Larsa? And do y'all think Michael really cut Marcus off financially because of his relationship with Larsa? Y'all been knew what to do. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other very messy video.